Hello. Um, nice timing. Welcome
Yes.
to Aftermath after Dice Fight 29. Not sure what numbering system we're using, but let's, I suppose, quickly introduce ourselves. I'm James. Um, Jack, introduce yourself.
I'm the Angry Viking.
Hello.
I'm Rob P.
Hello, Rob.
Hi.
And I'm Stuart.
Brilliant. Okay, so order of business for today is how did it go? What we're doing next? Would we change that event in any way next time? I thought it was all right personally. And what about turn two? But I'm going to try not to swear because I've sworn on practically everything today. What about turn two nonsense? Let's start with Rob. How was your team? I'm not even sure what you played. What did you play this evening?
I did mainly spider people, spider allies.
Nice.
I tried to work around Howard Stark, where you sacrifice him and he gives you +2 everything else +2 attack. I actually won twice, which is I haven't won twice in the same day for a long time.
Consider that a success.
I do, yes. The only one I lost against was with Jack cheating with Molnir. But so no, it was good. Actually, quite nice getting the combo off in the end. The second game took me literally 35 minutes to get the combo to work. And then the third game, I kind of figured out that because who did I play in the last game? Oh, Dan, he had force attackers, so I just basically cleared his field for him, and sacrificed Howard Stark. So I did 19 in one go on him.
Very good.
It was good fun. Yeah, I didn't need half of my team. It turns out I just needed like 3 characters, and it worked.
Nice one. Very good.
Quite happy with that. Yeah.
Stu, how about you?
Well, I went for an ambitious combo of 2/5 costs and a 6 cost as my win condition. It revolves around the Sasquatch that's got Overcrush, and it spins up whenever your opponent uses a global. And Adam Warlock, who doubles your when fielded effects. And then Mary Marvel, who when fielded doubles the attack and defense of a non-villain character could die other than herself. So the idea was get Sasquatch out, get Adam Warlock out, field Mary Marvel, and get Sasquatch up to ridiculous levels of overcrushing damage.
Yeah, nice.
I managed to pull it off once against Ollie and hit him for 24 overcrush.
Nice.
I did put Boom Boom on my team, and I tried to refrain from buying her because it's just filth.
She wants a ban next time, I think.
Yeah, I think I need to add her to the list.
I saw a few of those on the team list.
Yeah, and but no, it went okay. There was some good matches.
I think if you get a combo like that off once in the evening, then you can consider mission being accomplished.
Yeah, I think I said to Ollie, if I can get this to work, then I'll be happy. I don't care if I lose the rest.
Nice. That's the spirit. That's the spirit of the new green traffic light event.
Yes.
Very good. Jack, on the other hand, what did you bring?
Well, it went quite badly considering I was running broken things. I really struggled in my last game. I don't think I rolled a single vicious struggle, even though I had 3 of them.
So you could say it was more viscous struggle.
Yeah.
It was a vicious struggle for me rather than my opponent.
That makes me happy. I'm sorry.
I only bought a Boom Boom and fielded it once, and I think I only got 4 damage out of that. I think that was against Rob, maybe? Can't remember.
I didn't get a Boom Boom against me.
Now it must have been against you then, James.
No, not me. Don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the Manticore out.
Yeah, that was pretty useless because I never rolled anything on double.
I think you did it once.
Apart from the Manticore itself.
You may have done it once, and then you did 2 damage to yourself in doing so because I'd bought one of your vicious struggles. I'll call it karma, personally.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Bringing vicious struggle to a Valentine's event. I mean, but maybe
Where's
it's
the love?
thematic in some sense.
Well,
But
you brought Vicious Struggle to a Christmas event, if I remember
I
correctly.
did, and I deserved to lose. I apologise.
Yeah, I bought Lily along with it. She's got hearts on her, so
Yeah, I wanted to play with Lily.
But she killed me off ultimately.
That's quite nasty. Just turn after turn of that.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't planning to play, to be honest, because I was a bit up against it today. But I saw there was 5 people about 10 minutes before 10 o'clock, and I thought I'd make a team. So that's why I was a bit late starting, and I was just leafing through, digitally leafing through the reserve pool thing, with it set to collapse all, so you can just see the colours of the dice.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It was good. I think it was quite a good ban list with it. We missed Boom Boom, but apart from that, I think we did quite well because there was nothing obvious really.
I missed Imprisoned as well.
I realised that we'd missed that, and I thought, we'll be all right.
No one bought it.
We got away. Who had it? Who had it? Somebody had it?
No one.
All right, okay, that's good. And then I saw the one that stood out to me was Miri Riem. I like her. I like the way she can pull in something from used. But if it's just her, then you can only do a 1 cost. So I was going to have the Chwinger. And then I totally forgot to put the Chwinger on my team, funnily enough. So it's just as well that I had Guy Gardner as well, who has 2 affiliations. He has, I think, he's Red Lantern. And he's also considered a Green Lantern for some reason. I'm sure there's lore to back that up. But that meant that I could theoretically pull in a 3 cost. But in fact, I used it only a couple of times. Once, but both times it was really good. Used it to pull in a spot when my spot didn't roll, so I bought one, pulled it in, and then used the investigations that I'd rolled. And once in the last turn against Stu, where I think I pulled in what's it called, a Mary Jane for another affiliation because I was using Team Up. Yeah, it was really good. I was quite surprised at how I managed to feel a lot of psychics. I think I rolled averagely because I rolled awfully, and then I rolled really well at the end against you. So I think I had really bad and really good rolls, so it was all right. Yeah, Dan didn't really like the Team Up, did he? No. It's a bit nasty, but to be fair, I think with the possible exception of Imprisoned and maybe Vicious Struggle, most basic actions are kind of fair game, really, aren't they? Both people can buy them. I don't know. Maybe you could.
With the availability of other people being able to buy them, then it is kind of you are offering out these nice ones to other people, aren't you?
Yeah.
So,
especially with all the red dragons going around at the moment.
Yeah, red dragons. Yeah.
I had Dr. Light on my team, the rare one, because I was thinking maybe people would run psychic things. But as it turns out, I saw, and I don't think I even have the card, but there's an uncommon or a common which actually prevents psychics from blocking, which would have been much better.
Yeah, I've used one of them recently, and it was pretty effective. I think it might have been on Ladies' Night. I used the Dr. Light, and it is pretty good with something else that I can't remember. But yeah, I got some quite good usage out of her.
Yeah, she's the rare one says that psychics do no damage, I think, which is opposing.
That's
psychics.
right. Yes,
yeah. Good, didn't use MJ's ability at all, and I didn't use Deathlock's ability at all. In fact,
I didn't use MJ's at all. The problem I had is that I've got White Tiger, which is the one where you sacrifice something to give her +3. I had the Spider-Man, which gave everyone +2, which is great. And then I was going to use the Howard Stark to buff her even more, but the Howard Stark happens beforehand, at the start of the turn, so it doesn't affect White Tiger. And then you've also got to get Mary Jane in there as well, fielding at the same time, so then she can give her Overcrush. It just is like, yeah, I've got to field that, and that, and that, and yeah, it's not going to happen.
Janky.
Yeah, right. To the point of not working.
Should we change? Would you run the event again? That's a question.
I quite like the colours. Well, we've had a long discussion this week about colours. What constitutes what colours? and I don't think that'll ever be answered. I think the only way to rule on
I'll answer it.
specific
I'm quite
colours.
happy to answer all
Well,
your
I'm happy. I quite
color-related
enjoyed it.
questions.
Yeah, yeah. The only
It's
one that
purple.
you
The
can-
answer is it's purple or orange, and
Yeah, yeah.
don't. You know.
Well, yeah.
Or just
yeah.
flag that
Black
you're
and
colourblind,
That's that Squatch.
or just do what Jack does and just lob a purple dice in any.
Stick a Mjolnir on it. No one will notice.
There's definitely
So
pink on the card.
To be fair, I didn't even notice until Ollie was like,
No,
"Yeah,
I
he's
didn't.
running Mjolnir, isn't he?"
I didn't
That is
notice.
pink, right?
No,
It looks
that's purple.
purple on.
That's
purple.
that's
It
purple
definitely-
even on the card, mate.
It 100% looks purple on the camera.
But yeah, colours are a bit of quite literally a
It's a
subjective
tricky
thing,
one.
aren't
Yeah. Well,
Um,
it's not black and white, is it?
they? Indeed. That
Unless you
aside,
do black, white, and grey.
Yeah.
that aside, even and in fact,
I quite like the colours.
I quite enjoy the discussion as well. I also quite enjoy telling everybody that everything's purple.
Yeah.
And even despite any sort of disagreements about it, I quite enjoy colour events on the whole. And I thought
Yeah.
with that ban list, that set of colours was quite good. We all produced different teams, and none of them, well, boom boom aside, and in fact, I'm not complaining about Vicious Struggle. Boom boom aside, I think it was all good. Really, I'll just add that to the
Yeah.
ban list.
Yeah.
Nice, jolly good. So, thoughts for next week will be the next topic. We'd started to talk about it.
I did think D&D, but like you say, Waterdeep in next week, so it's probably best to leave that one maybe another week or so, just so we get a look at the cards before we're throwing them at each other.
Just going to be 10 dog or 5 Godcatcher teams in there.
Well, I think we ban that. I think
We might ban
Yeah.
for all but red events.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a blog about that, but I don't know if I'm never sure which bits of this will make it to the final video. But if this bit does, then we were talking in the channel about traffic light system.
Yes.
Labeling events as green, meaning chill out, random
friendly.
combos. Friendly is a good word for it. Orange being semi-competitive, and red being no holes barred. I think I might try that for a bit, and we'll see how it goes. See if it's useful.
Well, we can start the. We were talking about the sort of legacy bi-weekly or whatever.
Tell me about that. What's the plan with that exactly?
Well, people mentioned about starting off with everything, and then basically whatever team wins, then them cards get added to the list, I suppose, and then no one can use them again.
Modern?
maybe narrow
Top
it to
two
modern.
teams. Top two teams every week.
Yeah, and basically the ban list is just all the top 2 teams.
It's basically what the CL Game Room are running at the moment, but not a 2-team takedown, just a single.
Do it either once a month or a fortnight or whatever.
Because then you have like a living ban list, because obviously WWE's dropping soon and Waterdeep's coming, so that'll replenish some of the bans that'll be in place.
Yeah.
Unless we leave it golden.
What? Oh, let's not make it
God,
The first few weeks of that will be mental, wouldn't it?
that'll be red.
Yeah.
Well, you'd do code black, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Should maybe I would prefer if that was maybe once a month rather than once every 2 weeks, perhaps, and maybe delay the start of it till all the sets are out, because then you can start with everything. Or would you prefer to start sooner? I don't know.
I honestly don't mind.
Might be better makes more sense to start once we're up to date with sets as far as WWE. I guess.
Otherwise, the first events will be a repetition of, well, I suppose not.
Yeah.
Different things will get banned, but it'll be similar to the Chris and Rob's game room thing. So.
Yeah.
We've potentially got the MOD PDM next month.
Ooh.
That's only 3 weeks away, so
we have
maybe a practice week.
Okay.
And
Okay.
modern global escalation.
Do you want to do that next week? That would work.
It's modern global escalation.
It's fine by me.
With the ban list, the ban list is basically
the Nats top teams from Nats for the
last year.
Last year, yeah.
So that would be a perfect orange, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah.
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 So that's in time. So it's in how many dice fights are between now and that event?
Hold on. It
Two?
is.
Is
Two.
it the,
Oh, okay.
Is it the 7th?
yeah.
So we got 3 officially. The
Okay.
20th, the 27th, and the 5th.
Yeah.
Going to do that next week?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's easy then. So I'll grab the format off them. They must have it written down somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
on,
on Facebook.
on
It's
Troopers.
got a band list in it as well and everything.
Have
Somebody's blog.
they? Yeah, they must have pulled the actual winners of those events.
They have. They've
themselves.
got the ban list on.
Okay.
Let me have a-
Brit Roller 6 blog.
That's
yeah,
it.
I've
Jolly
got
good.
it open here. I'll just put a copy of it in.
In theory, then, if there's 4 dice fights in a month, we could effectively run a green, an amber, a red, and a legacy event each month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a bad schedule.
sounds good.
Mhm.
It keeps
Yeah.
it varied and mixed.
I like that. I think it's
Yeah.
good.
Sounds like a plan.
Gives a structure. So we're going to do D&D when that's out been out long enough, and we're going to do Legacy when that's been out, and we're going to do prep for your MOD thingy next week. So anything else for maybe the one more week? Any ideas, or should we leave it for the chat?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I'll have a think.
Yep. Good.
Actions
Right.
only.
Sorry.
Actions only.
That just means
Satchels
satchel
galore.
team. Satchel team.
Yeah. I did
What
make
about
a team
Mastermind
after
and
all
Minion?
actions. Yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
Minions.
we
4
can
characters, 4 actions.
4 characters, 4 actions. Okay, well we'll see, but we've got next week sorted, so that's great. And last question: how do you? Yeah, well we don't have the stuff yet, but it is on its way, so we can talk about Waterdeep, and we can actually feel like it might be in our hands at some point. Yeah, Peter did his turn 2
Yeah, I
nonsense.
saw the video. Yeah, ridiculous.
Yes.
Jack, how do you feel about turn 2 kills?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan.
Is
I
this the
like.
one he was discussing
As
with
an
Rob on the forum earlier on? Because not Rob, is it Ross? Because Ross done a video and then it didn't quite go how he planned. And
Rob,
then Peter was like, if you do this, this, and this, then you can do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
As an exhibition piece, to show off what the possibilities are, yeah, it's pretty impressive to watch. But to play
It is
against
impressive. I don't see the point in a card like that. I was talking to Dan
it
about it.
literally rolled off and then you're dead. Like, great.
You could, in
See you
theory,
later.
without any prep or anything, with the Becky Lynch, you could effectively have 4 god catchers in the field on turn 5.
it's a bit
You
silly.
literally, because it's 3 costs, so you've got, as long as you roll is it a bolt character? I can't
Bolt.
remember whatever
Yeah,
energy it is.
bolt,
Yeah. So as long as you roll 1 bolt, 1 shield, and 2 anything else, you Becky Lynch buy it, put it in your prep. You then roll it, field it, do the same with the other 4 dice, and then the same with the other 4 dice, and then the same with the. It's just what's the point?
Yeah.
Are we going to have to call that Becky Lynch now? Because I can't get out of Rip Hunter. Like,
Well, I never played it as Rip Hunter because I joined
ripping
after that.
ripping a die. You rip it.
Yeah.
Lynching a guy.
Lynching sounds a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think we have to call it Manning, won't we? Because she's the man, I think we have to call Manning it a dice over.
I'm going to man a dice.
Man a dice over.
Man up a dice.
So yeah, I don't agree with that sort of play. As I say, my second game took me 35 minutes to get that combo working.
That's your kind of combo.
Yeah, that's right.
Turn 2 bollocks.
Well, the only game I won on for the Gaming versus Cancer game, the 45 minutes we had for a best of 3, I won my one game in that turn, that 45 minutes. It took me the entire 40. I think 43 minutes it took me to get the whole thing going.
And you were still quicker than pull forward.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I must say I haven't the patience for long games. I need things 15 to 20 minutes. That's my
We went for a
limit.
fight in the end, didn't we?
Well,
Sorry?
yeah, that's
Yeah, I think Spug was like getting anxious because he was going to miss his bus or train. He was like, "Come
Yeah.
on, and just finish the phone."
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So after,
Oh,
speaking as the person on the other end of that turn 2 combo, it was absurd. I mean, it was impressive to watch, and
Yeah,
you know, I wasn't really there to play. But if
No,
that had been in any way competitive, I did one thing, which was buy one die,
yeah,
and then when I passed priority, he did a bunch of stuff with PXG and Clayface and Canopic Jar and whatnot. And then once he'd finished all that stuff, it felt like it should be my turn because he'd done loads of stuff. But in fact, it was his turn,
yeah. It's just,
and then he just did loads of other stuff and killed me.
Spug rolled. That'd be good.
yeah.
you never played Vintage and Magic, have you?
I've never played Magic. No.
No,
Ugh.
So you can get turn 1 kills. You can sit down, watch someone do their thing, and then get up and not have you even drawn a card and lose a game.
I've gone right off Magic. I hadn't played too many of those games. So you sit down,
I never.
the thing, and then
No,
you get up and walk off. It's just like,
Yeah.
thanks. Thanks for turning up. Cheers.
How likely are they to come out? Because it's a deck thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
Or do you get to search through your deck or something like that?
no, it's reasonable odds. You draw 7 cards, but they're generally engineered in such a way that you can kind of get what you need to. You kind of got to get lucky with what you draw, but there's certain cards that can.
because you do
Like
get mulligans at
or
the start of the
certain
game,
Right.
but you lower the amount of cards you start with, so you lose one for each mulligan. So you start with 7, you mulligan, you get 6, 5, 4.
There was a card that let you just discard the card to basically redraw them without having to discard down. So I'm trying to remember what it's called. It was some weird card. You basically discard it along with your hand, and then you just draw a fresh 7.
So that's like common Cosmic Cube.
So you can basically eliminate a certain amount of cards from your deck altogether if they weren't any good.
Mhm.
Draw your next 6.
Right. How many's in the deck? About 40 or something.
60.
60. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100 if
Yeah.
you're playing Commando, which is
Hmm.
yeah, that's a broken format.
That's not a good format.
All right then. I think I might call it a night because it's quite late and
Yeah.
this has been a long day. I thank you all very much for your company and your thoughts and your excellent teams, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, thanks for organising again.
You have a good one.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
Take care and sleep well.
Yeah. Catch you later, guys.
See you later, boys.